the traditional financial services like banking and insurance and listing on the stock exchange or the financial markets, those are certainly the basic building blocks that are required to have an international financial center. You need to be able to transact in foreign currency freely without restrictions. You need to be able to engage with institutions that are global in terms of messaging, in terms of business and interaction. So those are our key elements of financial services, which we have in Kenya and we've had for many years. But I think that, as you sort of implied, that we are moving towards new types of mechanisms for delivery of financial services, like financial technology, fintech as it's known, but also sustainability, environmental sustainability. So we're looking at climate finance and green finance, which are now perhaps even more important than the other traditional forms, because that really is the trajectory that we need to follow for the growth and of the economy. It has to be clean and resilient and environmentally conducive. So we're looking at ensuring that our framework meets those requirements, and we can service customers that are looking for green finance to build, solar energy plants or wind farms, electric mobility. That all requires financing, and the type of financing that's available is changing. And so that's really key. But yes, things like financial technology. We know that Nairobi or Kenya has been a hub for mobile money, which is important. And I think that even when you think about things like dispute resolution, and it would be interesting to hear your views about the evolving nature there. Whether we are looking at our ability to be able to resolve disputes that are around new types of businesses. Whether we are moving into cryptocurrency or things like that. What is the framework that we have that enables us to understand those types of business, address them, either from a regulatory framework, allowing firms to do those kind of businesses, but also after they've started doing the business, how can they grow and scale, but also resolve disputes? So do we have the capacity to resolve, and the know-how to resolve disputes in those kind of areas?
Okay. It's interesting because you raise quite a novel issue that is concerning the dispute resolution space. Right. Talking about online dispute resolution as a precursor for development of dispute resolution from the traditional forms of dispute resolution that we've had, which is the face-to-face, human interaction kind of dispute resolution, and thinking of expanding to areas including artificial intelligence, use of artificial intelligence in resolving disputes. And given the digitalization of economies, processes, including finance, no less, the dispute resolution space has in some ways moved a step ahead. So there's conversation around online dispute resolution at a very high level within the ancestral, let's say, United Nations Commission on Trade Law. There's already a work going on to seek to harmonize, come up with guidelines, perhaps a model structure which can be universally applied across nations. More like what we've had with arbitration, with the New York Convention, which has allowed a center like what we have here in Nairobi to be in existence, where we handle disputes, awards are issued, and with an award that can be enforced literally anywhere around the globe. So yes, as we move, the economy is moving towards more digital transformation. Dispute resolution has not been left behind. I think of the last 2 years of COVID, where physical meetings were not possible, and one would have wondered how will we handle disputes. We very quickly adapted. We engaged hybrid processes. We came up with rules for virtual hearings.
Wow.
Hearings are not affected. If anything, for us, the last 2 years have probably been the most busy.
Really? That's interesting.
Quite unexpectedly. Disputes, hearing, processing, conclusion has not been affected. So in terms of readiness for dispute resolution, whether it is a digital transformation, whether it's any other future kind of transformation of business, we always say dispute resolution follows commerce. And so whatever commerce demands of us, we will be ready to respond to those demands.